We have a caller. We have Mylan from California. Welcome to the show, girl.
Hey.
Hi, guys, or ladies.
Hey.
I am calling in because I want to know, after all the lovey-dovey butterflies, dopamine, oxy, whatever it is, are gone, and this fool screws you over, what chemical is released to turn that love into hate and wanting to cut somebody in their sleep?
Oh, I can take that one. I mean, I was a biology major, and I'm going to have to go with poisonous venom. I think that's what you release, right? It's venom. You want him dead. The dopamine's gone. The adrenaline
is gone.
Yes. What is that?
But but it really never leaves. Actually, I mean, it's something because that's why you're addicted. That's what happens is because you feel so good, because it's like taking the cocaine from somebody. And that's where the anger comes. That's where the revenge comes. That's where the reaction where I want to kill him. I want to beat him. I want to do, because now it's I'm yearning for that drug, and I can't have that drug. And this person is taking that drug from me, which means he's taking that love from you.
Okay, so you're going through withdrawal. Okay, we have another caller. We have from Memphis, Black Ass Kenny. Welcome to the show. We have colorful.
Hey, what's going on, Black Ass?
I don't know if I buy into all this chemical, all this shit, man. I know for a man, it's not that complicated. At least for me, I knew I fell in love with my wife when after we fucked, I didn't want her to just leave. I wanted her to hang around. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. So romantic.
Normally for a man, right after we skeet, we want y'all to get us a sandwich, turn on Sports Center, and get the hell on. I didn't want her to leave. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it's all that just complicated.
I think it is, but you don't really realize it.
Right.
Yes, it's very unconscious.
That's exactly what it is.
It's very
you're
unconscious.
not conscious of it.
Right, Black Ass, when your dick gets hard, right now you're going through a chemical reaction.
You're going through
a chemical reaction.
Or how about when you're attracted to somebody that you would never consider yourself attracted to? Right. Right.
There you go.
Something happening on a physical, right? So
exactly.
on a chemical level.
Exactly.
I guess to bring out a word on here.
It is a chemical. The minute you get hard, that's happening.
Yeah,
that's what's working.
You. That's not all you, baby.
That is not you, because we aren't conscious of these things. These are happening unconsciously.
Right. Our body's doing this, not us.
That's right.
An interesting word on here. It says vasopressin. I guess it's another important hormone in the long-term commitment stage, and it's released after sex, and it's associated with the formation of a long-term monogamous relationship. So
how can I get some of that drug?
I guess the loss, and let's say I guess why relationships die out is because the lack of
and
that is not why relationships
and the performance
well,
of.
it's one of
and the performance of, because if you're not getting that performance,
right,
that's when you're going to lose it.
What are you saying, Shelly Ria? What are we saying?
No.
She says she doesn't believe in it.
No, because she's saying that relationships die down because some scientists said this. No, the reason why relationships don't have that feeling is because if God is not in that relationship, it's never going to work.
You think it's
if you don't love the way God, if you look up, if the love originated from God, if you don't have God's love and you have a relationship with the Lord, it's not going to work out.
I don't think it's all just that, though, Shelly. I think it's more than one thing, don't you think? It's
you
think that's enough to get through anything?
Yeah. So the history of sight.
Well, let's just say all of the chemical things that we're talking about is created from who?
From God. Exactly, from God. The history of science.
From God.
Yes,
So
Shelly,
the history of the earth.
So
God had a chemistry
the
set.
way God designed our body. Now, let's talk about the chemicals and why are they there? Why? Why is it happening to our bodies and we're not conscious of it?
It's to make us to keep the human race alive.
Going. That's right.
Thank you.
And who would want the world to keep going? Who would want procreation?
God would want us
the
to do
creation
that.
of human beings.
God created marriage to have procreation.
So what brings two people together in marriage? What drew you to your husband when you first saw his picture on MySpace?
It was not because I was lusting over him.
I didn't tell you were lusting over him.
Jesus didn't tell you. And that's another thing.
But wait a minute, but he got your attention,
love
right?
For lust. He did get my attention.
So what do you think it was that got your attention?
Honestly, when we met, it was because
it wasn't the friend request.
No, it wasn't that I even liked him. We didn't even like each other. It was he invited me somewhere.
He liked you. You didn't like him.
No, we didn't. Neither one of us liked each other. He invited me somewhere to a party with all his friends.
Well, somebody had to like somebody to make it.
I felt bad.
It's official,
I felt bad about it. I said, if you're ever in Hollywood, call me. And he just happened to call me, so I felt bad and went out with him to go to lunch with my son because it wasn't a date.
Did you feel an attraction?
But then,
not physically, but after we finished talking in conversation,
okay,
is when I realized, like, wow, this is the guy that I'm going to.
Now,
marry.
I can agree with you on one extent. When you're talking about friendship and understanding, when you're talking to somebody, you create a likeness. You start to like them, but that's an emotional thing that starts happening unconsciously that you're feeling. You started to like him. So you don't believe at any
Your
way
body
possible
was
that's
craving
chemistry?
his body and vice versa.
No,
Not
I was
physically.
praying
his
for a
body,
husband,
just-
and God answered my prayer.
Okay, I have a
Shelly,
question.
it's okay.
It's deeper.
It's okay to have a little animal magnetism and chemistry, and it's okay, Shelly. That's not God's not going
Right.
to send you to hell for that.
And that's
No,
that's
we're just
in
saying-
every living, breathing creature.
Right.
I feel,
Right.
like,
She's
I feel like
Period.
there's some guilt.
The
Like,
art of science. We're just talking about. I mean, the stars, the moon. This,
Yeah,
whether
but
it's
that could be
astrology.
a whole
God-
nother
God
the
is science.
Scientology
Right, God is
and Christian
science,
church.
right?
Like,
Okay.
there's
Whole nother
just
show.
two
Y'all
totally
talking
different
things.
things.
Okay, listen, we
Yeah.
gotta take a break. Goddammit. We are gonna take a break, and we will have more about the science of love and Jesus.
Yes.
More
More
after
pigeon
the
talk.
break. 877-210-6106. Give us a call. Yes, and pray for us. Yeah, welcome back to the Claudia George show. And, I'm not gonna call y'all pigeons.
No, not right
call us
now.
something a little
Little
nicer.
chemical reactors. Our topic
Call us
tonight
heat.
is chemical reactions, the science of falling in love.
What is it?
Late nights on the phone, talking till 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. You don't care about anything. You don't need sleep. You don't need food.
Yeah.
Talking about weddings in Vegas. I'm just saying, the chemicals,
Yes.
falling in love. Has anyone gone through this?
Yes. I don't know. Have you?
No.
Definitely. You know, I have. I read that a part of this, like what makes you, not what makes you feel it, but how you know you're kind of going through that is you think that your relationship is like better than anybody else's. And I definitely,
Right.
Well, it is.
Yeah,
I
you
do that.
brag about it all the
I think
time,
that-
Tina.
Yeah, I know, but and reading this, I understand. Like, damn, I do that. And it also makes you feel like that person is just like the finest person on earth, and it makes you kind of like you become blind to other attractive people because you're in this,
In
you know,
love stage.
Good,
exactly.
so good. So you want to think my dude's fine. You want to put your big booty on. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you're in that
Get a
in love
dude.
stage.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and once that in love stage starts to die out, is now it's time to work in true love versus the in love. Because in true love, it takes effort.
Right.
And in love, it doesn't take effort. You know, because we're like, you know, just totally. If you also you will see on my video when you go to my website that's the first thing I talk about too when you're in that in love stage.
And if you're just joining us, we have a special in-studio guest, Rael Sims, who's a relationship coach and marriage educator. And he wrote the book, How My Wife Chose Her Husband. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
I know you do. You love it. I see your your pupils dilating. So
For the listeners to his website, you guys can check it out right now, therelationshipcoach.net, if you want to see who we're talking to and get some good video.
we're really breaking it down about the chemistry of falling in love, which Shelly Rio is a skeptic. Lips all turned
She's not a
up.
skeptic. She just does
She
not
don't believe.
Listen, I'm reading something right now on Bible.com, and it says if God is not in the relationship, it is not true love. So I'm right.
Well, I'm reading something
no,
on
no.
science.com that says
No, the first thing. Listen, Shelly, we're not saying that you're not right. You are. I totally believe in
But you're
religion
very,
and Christianity.
you seem a little narrow-minded with your religion.
right. You're
All,
not.
all we're saying
No,
is
it's
that
not that I'm narrow-minded. It's because I've had, problems in my marriage at times for different reasons. And it's like I've gotten all the books, went to therapy, did all these things, and nothing worked. And when we started going back to church and started having a relationship with the Lord, our relationship is fine.
But if that's the only thing that holds it together, then why is the divorce rate so high?
Because
not
a
saying
lot
that
of people don't
everybody's
have God in
Christian.
their
No,
relationships.
the United
No, I
States is supposed to
disagree
be a
with
really
that.
conservative country, but a lot of people are claiming Christianity. And
Right.
they go to
You
church.
have, but you have to love God the way that God loves us. And
But you have to know it takes more.
So
than
what about
that,
some
though. It
people
takes
in
more
church
than
that actually get divorced?
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
The guy who was
you
beating
can
up on
still
his
be
wife.
Christian. You can still be a Christian and get divorced. That doesn't mean anything. If you don't have that relationship and you don't have that same love, then it's
But
not
if
gonna happen.
anyone in a church is going to have that relationship, I would think it'd be the head of the church.
Look at his face. Please
Well,
speak on this.
I mean, the person in church is into God, right?
Yes.
The person in church, he feels or she feels that they have the Lord in their heart.
Exactly.
Right?
So if
But
they
feeling
can-
that you have the Lord and actually having a relationship are two totally different things.
Shelly Rio,
Yeah,
don't
but that's
tell
not
me
our
that
point.
the person that's leading the church is not like into God as much as, if not more than you, and
Right.
they're still getting divorced. So we're saying you just have to be open to the fact that it's probably
It's a little-
you're still human. You still have chemicals going on. You have all things firing off right now in your body. If you broke down science, you do. You're not just a shell with a spirit inside of you. There's a lot of things going on. There's chemicals going on. So I think it's a combination of things. I think the best relationship, you understand both. That's what I'm saying.
That God gave us.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a caller. It's a Dollar Bill from Los Angeles. Welcome to the show.
Dollar Bill, y'all. What up?
What's up, Dollar Bill?
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, you know what? I believe in the smell because I knew my ex-wife. I knew every time when she was, I call the word heat. So I could smell it. to the day we have been together we've been divorced 10 years. But I get around her, I already know when she's in heat. I still can smell that.
Wow.
It shouldn't be that strong.
I don't know if you're smelling heat. That could be fish.
Little bacteria vaginosis.
You guys stop talking about his ex-wife.
No, but I'm saying it shouldn't be that strong. Maybe his nose is really strong.
or maybe their passion was that strong. Maybe she got that killer. She got that good.
Did he say it was his girlfriend or
his
or-
wife? His ex-wife, though.
Yeah.
Is he still on?
I think so. Are you still there, Dollar Bill?
Yeah, he is.
Hey, can I ask you this? When your wife, let's just say your wife, she gets up early. She gets up first, and you're still in the bed. She gets up, she leaves, she goes to the restroom, or she just leaves. Do you find yourself crawling onto her side?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Just
Yeah.
for her scent.
For her scent.
That's right.
And that's unconscious. He just
Hey, send me a pair of your wife's drawers. I need to use them on some dudes.
Yeah.